Hi everyone and welcome to AnswerDX channel. I'm Sabriye and in today's video we're going to show you how to go headless and decouple your Sitefinity CMS. More and more organizations are switching to using headless or decoupled architecture. And for good reason, given the benefits it provides to both content authors and developers, as well as cost savings on your hosting of your DXP. So how easy it is to switch your existing Sitefinity website to a decoupled approach. In this video, you'll find out as we take you through the steps on how to activate and set up your decoupled system in the following chapters. Configure your Sitefinity CMS to work with the render application, create the render application from scratch using the CLI, and connect the renderer to your existing Sitefinity CMS backend. Since the render application will communicate to the existing Sitefinity CMS through APIs, we need to make sure we have anonymous read access to these APIs. To configure this, we go to Sitefinity CMS backend, and from the backend navigation, we select Administration, Web Services. We edit the default web service and make sure the access is set to everyone. We save the changes and we are done with the settings we had to do on the Sitefinity CMS project. Now we can proceed with creating the renderer project using the .NET CLI. Open the command line interface in the Sitefinity solution folder or any other folder where you want to create the .NET Core application. The next step will be to add the Sitefinity NuGet source using the command .NET NuGet add source followed by the Sitefinity NuGet source URL. I'm getting the message that the NuGet source has already been added to the list of available package sources, which is good. And we can now continue with adding the Sitefinity templates using the command .NET new install followed by the package name, progress.sitefinity.aspnetcore.templates, : and an asterisk. The : and asterisk syntax means that you installed the latest stable version. Now we can run the command for creating the .NET Core render .NET new, followed by the .NET Core template name, which is Sitefinity, and then the project name and the Sitefinity CMS project URL. This is the URL of the standard Sitefinity CMS, which the renderer will connect to. This URL will be automatically added in the app settings JSON file in the CMS section. We will come to it later. This will create the .NET Core renderer project with the default project structure for the views, view components, models, and most importantly, it will add the Sitefinity specific configurations. If we open the renderer application in Visual Studio, we see the Sitefinity NuGet packages are installed. In the program file, we see that the Sitefinity namespace is added. The Sitefinity dependencies are also added. Services at Sitefinity, services at view components. Sitefinity is also registered in the .NET Core pipeline using app.useSitefinity. Now let's verify the Sitefinity CMS instance settings in the app settings JSON file, which the CLI created for us. There is a Sitefinity section with two properties. The URL property, which points to the Sitefinity CMS site, which we're connecting to. This is how the renderer knows how to connect to the Sitefinity CMS site. And this is the URL which we set when creating the .NET Core renderer project using the CLI command. And in the web service path property, we have the service root endpoint that the renderer will use to manage data from the Sitefinity CMS. The CLI also creates a sample layout file for us with default markup and Sitefinity attributes. This layout file will automatically be registered as a page template, which will be available in the backend when we create our first page or when we want to create page templates based on this layout file. This is a good starting point, which we can further extend and update the markup to fit our requirements. Let's now run the render application. In the launch settings JSON file, we see the application URL. This is how we can access the .NET renderer application in browser. But first we have to start the application. We do that using the command .NET run. The application is now running and listening on port 5001. Let's access it in browser. And it seems we have an issue. The .NET Core certificate is not trusted. We need to generate a self-signed certificate to enable HTTPS use in development and trust the certificate. Let's do that. After we do that, it is important that we close the browser and we run the render application again. And here we go. We now have a decoupled front-end application built on the latest ASP.NET Core, which consumes the data from our existing Sitefinity CMS project. That's it.